Hey y'all, it's Desi and we back with another one. Breakfast was bussin' because you know how I do it. I can't believe it's February already. This year is already flown by. So we getting ready at the gig, getting ready at home, a couple treats, all for the lovers. You know how it is. But anyway, this chicken enchilada video is something I do when I don't really have time. This is not a traditional enchilada recipe, but let's go. Let's see what's up. So I'm hitting the chicken with a little soy sauce because that's how I do it. I added a little bit of Badia complete seasoning. I usually put it on everything. I love the chicken, how it tastes on the chicken. This is the sazon. We're adding a little bit of that, a little bit of onion powder. We're going to add a little bit of adobo and some garlic pepper. You don't want this too salty because once you start making your enchiladas and adding everything, it's going to make it too salty. So a little paprika, and then we're just going to mix it up and put this away. Usually I marinate it overnight, but if you're in a rush, you don't have to marinate it. That's just something I do. So this is our next day, our chicken that we marinated, and we're gonna go right to the skillet. These are chicken thighs. I used about 5. Make sure they're cooked because they can be thick. This is the finish. We're gonna use corn tortillas for this. That's why I said it's not traditional. We're putting just a little bit of oil in the pan because if you don't do this step, when you try to roll them, your tortillas will break. So second time around, we just put a little bit of oil in the pan, heat it up, and literally you're just going to flip it real quick just to get a little moisture on it. I have some cream of chicken soup here, and I just used 1 can. We're going to add a little bit of milk and thin it out. As you put it in here and it heats up, it's going to thin out, okay? Also, if you need to add a little bit of extra seasoning, some pepper, a little more sazon, whatever you need to do, this is going to be the sauce on your enchiladas, so do it how you want it. I have some onions here that I just cooked down. I add a little bit of minced garlic. Usually I use fresh, but I didn't have any fresh, so that's why I used the minced. I prefer the fresh. So once we're done, we're just going to add our cooked onions. We're going to add our cooked onions and garlic. We're going to add our tomatoes to this. And as the sauce sits, it's going to get thicker. So if you want to add a little more milk at the time, you can do that, or add a little bit more before you add it. We're going to add a little bit in here just so the mixture isn't dry before we roll our enchiladas. I usually add some cilantro in here, but my daughter don't like cilantro, so I didn't add it in, but I would. It tastes really good. So rolling is going to be simple. We don't need to tuck no corners. We're just going to roll it like a rolled taco or like a taquito. And then we're going to lay them in the pan next to each other. They don't have to be super full like you would do an enchilada because these are going to be a little bit thinner. So add your filling, you know, do it how you do it, but it doesn't have to be. Now this is going to be a quick process. Once you get them in, you lose a little bit. Tuck that in and put it in there, okay? It's usually going to make about 12 or 13. Put your chicken sauce on here that we made, the one we thinned out. You can thin it out a little bit more. I mean, sometimes it's thinner for me, sometimes it's thicker because I do it so often. And just spread them on top of your enchiladas in the pan, okay? Then we're going to add our cheese. This is just a bag mix. I believe it had cheddar jack, cheddar, asadero, you know, whatever you like. You can add chihuahua, whatever. If you got people coming over and you want to get fancy and get your cotija and your queso fresco out, that's your business, okay? You don't have to put olives either. I like them. I like it to look a little, you know, a little something, something on the top. And then you could sprinkle it at the end with a little chili powder or a little paprika. So I left it in a 350 oven, just really until the cheese melts because everything's already cooked. These are the finished product. And I probably should have waited a little bit till they cooled down and then they'll stay together a little bit more. These were like right out the oven hot, but I wasn't trying to wait because Big Back wanted some. So, so I went ahead and got my portion real quick, okay? And it's okay if you lose a little bit of the filling and all that. Make sure you get all your enchiladas. So you get your spatula and all that, and you get in there and get your chicken, okay? We're not going to leave nothing behind for nobody else. That's my enchilada. And that's it. We're done. These came out perfect. This is what they're supposed to look like. Don't leave them in there too long. They were so good. I mean, I could have jazzed them up a little bit, add some more seasoning, but why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's perfect, okay? Look at the cheese. Roll it around. Don't lose none of your stuff, okay? But I had a really good time with this video. This is one of my favorites in my household. If you make it or you have a variation, let me know how you like it. Thanks for watching.